Are you looking for the best budget 4K monitors? In this video we will look at some of the 7 best budget 4K monitors on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. LG 24UD58B. A 24-inch display, the LG 24UD58B is one of the cheapest 4K monitors on the market. You can get it for just around $250, with the larger 27-inch model selling for about $50 more. It's an IPS monitor with a 60Hz refresh rate and dual HDMI ports for connectivity with gaming consoles. Regarding design, this LG monitor is not going to turn a lot of heads. It has a plain design with fairly thick bezels all around and a simple back panel. For input, it has one DisplayPort and 2 HDMI ports, all of which can support the full 4K resolution at 60 Hz. However, the FreeSync feature is limited to the former input port, which is bad news for those who game on Xbox One X. The 24UD58B is a great monitor for gaming, featuring a fast response time for an IPS panel and a low input lag, both of which are beneficial in gaming. The overall picture quality is good for a budget 4K display, with great color accuracy and wide viewing angles. You can also use it for office work, which makes it a solid option if you want an all-around 4K monitor. Number 2. Philips 276E8VJSB. If you want a cheap 4K monitor more suitable for productivity than the small LG monitor above, check out the Philips 276E8VJSB, which usually sells for a similar price. It's a 27-inch IPS monitor with a 60Hz refresh rate and a regular 16:9 aspect ratio. It can connect with 2 different input sources and supports picture-in-picture, PIP, and picture-by-picture, PBP, modes, which is great for productivity. Compared to the LG product above, this Philips offering has a slightly more attractive design, featuring thin bezels at 3 sides, which is great if you plan to build a multi-monitor setup. All connection ports are outward-facing at the back, making them easy to access. The input ports include one DisplayPort and a pair of HDMI ports, all of which support a 3840 by 2160 resolution at 60 Hz. While there are no USB ports on this unit, there is an audio out port for headphones. The default stand easily supports the monitor, but it has limited adjustment options. The 276E8VJSB is an ideal monitor for productivity, offering better screen real estate than smaller 4K monitors, which is great for multitasking. It works well in a typical office environment with a lot of light sources, thanks to the anti-glare screen coating and the good peak brightness. You can use it for different kinds of work, including photo editing, content writing, and web development. Number 3. LG 27UL500W. The LG 27UL500W is similar to the LG 27UK650W, one of the best 4K monitors currently out on the market, offering similar specifications and features. The biggest difference between them is the stand design. The former only offers tilt adjustment while the latter has height adjustment, tilt, and pivot options. Like the more expensive 27UK650W, the 27UL500W has a minimalist design similar to that of most other LG monitors, with narrow bezels at 3 sides and a plain white back panel. All ports are outward-facing at the back, which makes them easy to access. The input ports include one DisplayPort and 2 HDMI ports, all of which support a 3840 by 2160 resolution at the max refresh rate, 60 Hz. This LG monitor is good for all-around use. It has good overall picture quality, with great color accuracy, wide viewing angles, and good brightness. You can use it for both office work and regular gaming. The large screen is suitable for multitasking while the 4K resolution translates to sharper texts and more detailed images. It has FreeSync support as well, which is great if you mostly play graphically intensive games at max or near max settings. Whether the monitor is connected using DisplayPort or HDMI, the FreeSync range is the same, which is 40 to 60 Hz. The 27UL500W also supports HDR content, but as with most other HDR monitors, the HDR performance is unimpressive. Overall, this LG unit is a great product and is one of the best options if you want a 4K monitor selling for around $350. Number 4. Asus MG28UQ. If you like the Asus VP28UQG but prefer a unit with better ergonomics, check out the Asus MG28UQ, a gaming monitor selling for around $50 more. It uses the exact same panel and offers similar gaming performance, featuring a fast response time, a low input lag, and FreeSync support. A 28-inch TN monitor, this Asus product is not that different compared to the cheaper VP28UQG when it comes to the chassis design. It has a simple design, with multiple connection ports and a joystick for navigating the on-screen display, OSD. The default stand, which has integrated cable management, offers full adjustment options, including swivel and pivot. For input, the MG28UQ has one DisplayPort and 3 HDMI ports. Of the 3 HDMI ports, only one is HDMI 2.0, the others are HDMI 1.4, which is limited to a 30 Hz refresh rate when running in 4K resolution. Unlike most budget 4K monitors, this unit has a USB hub, which is convenient. Composed of two USB down ports, the USB hub is downfiring at the back, along with all the other ports. The MG28UQ is a good 4K gaming monitor. It's great for fast-paced games, with FreeSync keeping things smooth when the frame rate is erratic. On the other hand, the picture quality is only decent at best, similar to the VP28UQG. If you want a budget-friendly 4K gaming monitor that comes with a fully adjustable stand and a USB hub, go for this Asus monitor. Number 5. Dell P2415Q. The Dell P2415Q is a 24-inch IPS monitor that's more suitable for office work than gaming, featuring multiple input options and a USB hub. You can get it for around $350, which makes it more affordable than the Dell U2718Q, one of the best 4K monitors from Dell. As expected from a professional monitor, the P2415Q has a minimalist design that will look good in a typical office setting. It comes with a fully adjustable stand with integrated cable management, which is a common setup among Dell office monitors. Of the products listed in this guide, this unit offers the best connectivity, featuring one HDMI port, one DisplayPort, one mini DisplayPort, one DisplayPort out, one audio out, and 4 USB ports. The mini DisplayPort is useful if you want to connect the monitor to a compatible laptop or notebook, while the DisplayPort out is for daisy chaining. Sadly, the HDMI port is only HDMI 1.4, which means it can't support the full resolution at the max refresh rate. Featuring good out-of-box color accuracy, the P2415Q is a great monitor for office work. It has wide viewing angles, good brightness, and decent contrast for an IPS panel. While not as good as the gaming monitors on this list, it's also a decent monitor for regular gaming. It has a good response time and input lag. All in all, the P2415Q is a well-rounded 4K monitor, offering good overall picture quality and decent gaming performance. Number 6. LG 32UD59B. The LG 32UD59B is a 32-inch VA monitor with FreeSync support and dual HDMI ports. It's a good monitor for both productivity and entertainment, with its high contrast ratio being especially beneficial for the latter. It sells for about the same price as the Asus MG28UQ and the Dell P2415Q, which makes it another good option if your budget is limited to around $350. Like the other LG monitor on this list, the 32UD59B has a simple design, but it has a black back panel instead of white, as hinted by the B in the model name. The default stand, which has a crescent-shaped base, has limited ergonomics, only offering height and tilt adjustments. Composed of one DisplayPort, two HDMI ports, and one audio out, the connection ports are outward-facing on the back panel, right next to the VESA mounting interface. This LG monitor is great for regular gaming and watching movies. the large screen makes for a more immersive experience while the high contrast ratio translates to more vibrant images. It has a fast response time for a VA monitor and a low input lag. You can also use this monitor for general office work, which makes it an all-around 4K monitor. Overall, the 32UD59B is a great product, offering good value for the money. It has good overall picture quality, with good color accuracy and decent brightness, and even includes built-in speakers, which is a nice bonus. Number 7. Samsung U32J590. Selling for about the same price as the LG 32UD59B, the Samsung U32J590 is another great option if you prefer VA monitors due to their higher contrast ratio. It's a 32-inch monitor with a 60Hz refresh rate and a 16:9 aspect ratio. You can use it for productivity and gaming, with the monitor offering features beneficial for both usages. Unlike many Samsung monitors, the U32J590 does not feature a curved screen, which translates to a thinner chassis. It has a plain design, with an all-black back panel featuring a separate compartment for the connection ports. The ports include one display port, 2 HDMI ports, and one audio out port, all of which are downfiring at the back. The monitor comes with a basic stand with limited ergonomics, only offering a tilt adjustment. The U32J590 is a good monitor for productivity, especially if you usually work with multiple windows open at the same time. It supports picture-by-picture, PBP, and picture-in-picture, PIP, modes and works well in a room with a moderate amount of light. It has decent gaming performance as well, with a good response time for a VA panel and FreeSync support for minimal screen tearing. It's a good product overall and is a recommended option if you want a VA monitor suitable for all-around use.